Join me as I dive deep into the reasons behind my property investment failures and see if I can turn things around this time. When it comes to property investment, failure is a harsh reality that many of us have to face at some point or another. But have you ever stopped to think about what's really behind those failures? Is it just bad luck, or is there something more to it? Today, we're going to explore the real reasons why so many property investments go wrong, and what you can do to avoid falling into those same traps. One of the biggest challenges that property investors face is a lack of proper market research. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new investment opportunity, but if you don't take the time to really understand the local market, you're setting yourself up for failure. Another common mistake is a lack of financial planning. It's not just about having enough money to make the initial investment. You need to think about how you're going to fund your ongoing expenses and what kind of returns you can really expect to see. Then there's the issue of poor cash flow management. If you're not careful, you can find yourself in a situation where you're hemorrhaging money and there's no clear way to stop the bleeding. And finally, there's the problem of unrealistic expectations. We've all seen those videos and articles promising astronomical returns on investment, but the reality is usually much more subdued. These are just a few of the common challenges and mistakes that property investors make, but there are deeper issues at play as well. One of the biggest ones is emotional decision-making. When we're making investment decisions, we need to be calm and rational, but it's surprisingly easy to let our emotions get the better of us. Another issue is unrealistic expectations. We've all seen those videos and articles promising astronomical returns on investment, but the reality is usually much more subdued. And then there's the problem of market volatility. Even with the best planning and research in the world, there are always going to be factors outside of your control that can affect the success of your investment. Finally, there's the issue of a lack of education and experience. If you're new to property investment, it's easy to get in over your head, and that can lead to some very costly mistakes. So, what's the solution to all of these problems? How can you avoid falling into the same traps that have caught so many other property investors? The answer is surprisingly simple: education and strategic planning. When you take the time to really understand the local market and you have a solid plan in place for managing your finances and cash flow, you're much more likely to succeed. And if you can avoid making emotional decisions and stay focused on your long-term goals, you'll be unstoppable. The key takeaway from all of this is that property investment success is not just about luck, it's about knowledge and preparation. When you take the time to educate yourself and you have a solid plan in place, you're much more likely to avoid the common pitfalls that catch so many other investors. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time and effort to achieve real success in property investment, but the rewards are well worth it. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's been your biggest challenge in property investment, and how did you overcome it? And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on property investment strategies that really work. You can also contact us using the link in the bio.